This is Dakota with my Module 7 online learning reflection. I feel like online learning has just about as much good to offer as it does bad. I mean, like it was said in the articles and in the lecture, it gives students the flexibility when it comes to their time. It gives them more time to take part in other activities outside of school, as well as work on other classes or work at their own pace. They would ease the financial burden somewhat of the school or the student. But I also feel that the online learning, going through a course where there's no face-to-face interaction with an instructor wouldn't be very beneficial to a student really at any age. I mean, even in college, I think. It's the same thing with like younger students. Much of what elementary school kids, early childhood, what they're going to learn is from their communication with their instructor and their peers and whatnot. I mean, at the high school level, I think it would be much more appropriate just to prepare them for online courses in higher education, or if they would ever want to take one later on. If anything, just a blended classroom would be most beneficial, I think, to the students. I don't feel that all students should be required to take an online course to graduate high school, but I feel like it should be offered and encouraged. Like I said, should the students want to take one in the future, or say they go to a higher ed where that's all they offer, then it would help them along the way. And just based on the fact that the courses are growing in popularity, but there's lack of evidence regarding the benefit to the high school student as opposed to the college student. So to me, it could go either way. As far as the management site that I used Edmodo just after going through some of the different ones, the Schoology and Canvas, whatnot. To me, it was the easiest to use, both from a student standpoint and a teaching standpoint. I found that it was pretty easy to upload materials that I would want students to go over, as well as arranging quizzes and assignments and keeping track of their grades and what they've turned in, things like that. I think using an LMS, it might be difficult if it's one that you wanted to use, but say the school has a default. Maybe that just wouldn't be allowed. You'd be at the mercy of the school and whatever they choose to use, or you find a way to keep the grades in the school's LMS and then use your own for the course material. I think that would work, but I really do think that they'd probably be pretty proficient in one of these later on down the road. It would probably help, as a professional educator. So